Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mr. Pratt here, and this is Social Dancing.
Yeah, we are in the place to be.
So as you know, I'm always bringing you accessible, modifiable, and engaging content for at home and in the gym. Today's video is going to feature some social dances that I've done with students as young as grade 2 all the way up to grade 8, and I don't see any reason why these dances couldn't be done at a high school level and beyond. That's actually one of the reasons I love these dances, is because they're applicable in big group settings, social settings. So whether you're at a wedding or a party, a bar, a restaurant, or wherever you end up going, once you've learned these dances, they're great fun for anybody involved, and you can hopefully teach them to others as well. And hopefully students will also be able to teach their family and friends about these dances, and we'll have people doing social dances all over the place. Now, another great thing about these two dances is they're really easily modified to be touchless. So there's nice spacing between groups and people pretty much at all times. And an important thing to note that in the video I'm going to do with you today, there's only 3 of us doing the demonstrations of these dances, but typically I would do these with full classes, up to 30. I've done it in gyms with up to 75 kids. You just break them into smaller groups and have them work in groups of about 10 or so, with 5 on one line and 5 on the other. That keeps your group numbers manageable and works out really well for you. So these social dances for me are a huge part of a phys ed curriculum, because we're hitting a whole bunch of fundamental movement skills through dance, working on those skill-based components, spinning, sliding, turning, twisting, all those kinds of locomotor and non-locomotor skills. Now, in addition to these skills, we're of course working on cooperation, teamwork, effort, those kinds of outcomes as well. And we're also learning about lifelong activities that are going to help keep us active when we become older. Now, of course, the cooperation piece is pretty self-explanatory, as you'll see in the videos. You're going to have to work with a group. You're going to have to be moving with each other. You're going to have to be bringing energy, cooperating with each other, smiling, having some fun. These are the kind of things that I think are really important. Those kind of life skills that are embedded within a phys ed curriculum are super, super important. So for me, when I do this in my phys ed class, I actually focus primarily on the cooperation piece for these particular dances. I maybe could mark their skill, but I prefer to do individual dances to work on students' skill marks, because there's a little bit less variables. For example, if your partner isn't putting in much effort in a group dance, it's pretty hard for you to accurately assess another student's skills, but you can still assess their teamwork and their cooperation. If they're trying to motivate their partner to do more, or they're taking a leadership role, or bringing energy and trying to help out their partner, those are kind of things that I would look at as a positive. So whether or not their partner's engaged, they can still be getting a good mark or a good experience. So we'll start with the simpler one. This is called the Virginia Reel. It's pretty popular, and there's lots of different variations to it, but I'll give you the basic rundown. So at the start of the Virginia Reel, the music is going to sound really quick, and we do what's called a greeting. So my partner would actually be standing across from me. Okay, so if I was here, my partner's going to be across. If we're facing this direction, my partner would kind of have their back to the camera. And at the start, we move in to the middle, we kind of meet in the middle, we give each other a greeting, and we back out. So it's like 1, 2, how do you do? 3, 4, get off the dance floor. That's what I always say to my students to help them have that mental note. It's the quickest move in the song, it's only to 4 counts, and then they're gonna wait. So after our 1, 2, how do you do? 3, 4, get off the dance floor. We're going to move into 8 count parts of the dance. So always starting with the right side, we're going to move into the middle, and our first 2 counts are always just moving towards the middle, just like they were in the greeting. So it's like 1, 2, I'm meeting my partner halfway, and then we're going to extend our right arms, and we're going to go skip in a circle. So we'd go 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to break arms apart, and then we go 7, 8. So the last 2 counts are getting out just like they were as in the greeting. After we've done our right arm, we're going to do the same thing with our left arm. So again, we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to our original line, our original spot. Our partner would be doing the same. Now you can see I'm kind of skipping, and in the example you're going to see soon, will also be skipping, but if you're with younger students and the skipping's too hard, you can even just have them walk in. Or you can change it to jumping or whatever skill you'd like to work on to make it your own. Or students could perhaps pick and make it their own. Now, after we've done our arm circles to the 8 counts, we're gonna do what's called a do-si-do. So again, starting with our right, we're gonna have our arms up and folded. We move in, 1, 2, and we're gonna move around our partner without turning around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my partner and I would be coming in, we're going around one another and back to our spot. And then we're gonna do the same thing on our left shoulder. Okay, so I'd go 1, 2, around my partner, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now once we've done our arm circle right, arm circle left, do-si-do right shoulder, do-si-do left shoulder, that was a total of 32 counts because we don't count the original greeting. The music's a little bit different at that point. And we've done 32 counts. After those 32 counts, the music's gonna change a little bit. Students, all students, are then going to start stomping and clapping to the beat, just like this. And we're gonna have a whole line of students. You can have as many students doing this at a time as you want. Works best with probably groups of 8 to 10. Even if you don't have a partner, like I don't in the video to come, it's easy to do this with an uneven number of students. Now, while we're stomping and clapping, the people who are called the lead couple, they are at one of the far ends of our line. You can decide which of the ends is the lead couple. The lead couple are going to meet in the middle, and they're going to grab hands, and they're gonna shuffle all the way down the end of our line, and then they're gonna shuffle back. And again, they're trying to do this to 8 counts. So it's 8 counts, shuffle this way, 8 counts, shuffle this way. And when they get back to their spot, they're gonna do what I call peeling the banana. They're gonna peel to the outside, and all of the people in their line are gonna follow them. They're gonna go all the way to the beginning where the first group was. They're gonna make a bridge. So me and my partner would be making a bridge, and all of the students who are peeling in behind me are gonna go through the bridge with their partner. The first group through would go all the way to my original spot. I was the lead couple in this example, so they would go all the way back to where I started. Once they get back to their spot, they're just gonna stomp and clap while I'm holding the bridge, and as soon as the last couple is through the bridge, I'm gonna start clapping again, and then we would restart. We don't do the greeting again, we just start right into our right arm. So one more time really quick, it would be quick greeting, 1, 2, how do you do? 3, 4, get off the dance floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do-si-do right shoulder. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do-si-do left shoulder. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle. 8 counts. Shuffle back. 8 counts. Peel the banana. Peel the banana. And then lead couple makes the bridge, the same people who shuffled. Everybody else could go through the bridge and come back to the spot. So in the video here, you're gonna see some buckets on the ground. We've used these buckets to just simulate more of our group members. There's only 3 of us doing the dance in the video, but it gives you the general idea. The buckets would be placeholders where people would normally be standing. And when we're doing the peel the banana and the bridge, it's important that you keep in mind that those would actually be students following along. So all of your students would be peeling the banana, following the lead couple. All of your students would be going through the bridge, and they'd all be going back to the original spots. As you do this, there's going to be a new lead couple every time, so students should always be in the same order with the same person on their right and left. And there's going to be slowly a new lead couple, and you can keep repeating the song as needed until all partnerships have had a chance to be the lead partners or the lead couple. So let's check out what that would look like in real time. So again, the music for this is called the Virginia Reel, and I have a link in the description below to the song and the music that I use with my class. Now keep in mind when you're first starting this dance, it's okay if students aren't getting the timing and stuff perfectly right. The big thing to focus on is the 8 counts when we're doing the circles and the do-si-dos, but as they go to shuffle down the middle and shuffle back and peel and do the bridge, in a perfect world, it's 8 shuffle, 8 back, 8 peel, 8 on the bridge, and then we start in perfect timing with our right arm again. But with students, that's not going to happen. So as I said, when everybody gets through the bridge, I just have students stomp and clap until they look ready to start again, and then I give them a cue. Everybody go! And they start again. And the cues I use for this would just be right arm in and back to your spot, left arm in and back to your spot, right shoulder do-si-do and back to your spot, and left shoulder do-si-do and back to your spot. I find those really helpful. And then I'm going to say, students, lead couple shuffle, 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 shuffle. Peel the banana, peel the banana. And as I say that, as they are doing these parts of the song, it seems to help. Through the tunnel, through the tunnel. Just kind of repeating those cues to keep students working on and learning those new moves and skills that they've just learned. Now, of course, when you're doing this in a gym, use your lines in your gym. That's going to help keep people know what line to stay on. It's going to help keep them nice and spread out, and it'll be a lot easier for you to manage. It also helps having students start with their T-arms, make sure they're not touching anybody else, and that will give them enough space to be doing the do-si-dos and the arm circles without hitting anybody. Alright, so next up is the Texas Stomp. This one's a little bit, I guess, more complex than the Virginia Reel. They're both, similar kind of settings, similar setup. I find it helps to teach the Virginia Reel first and then the Texas Stomp after. It just makes the setup a little bit easier. But I would say the Texas Stomp is definitely something you could teach students as young as, grade 1 and 2 if you spend the time on it. Obviously older students are going to pick it up a little bit quicker, but I would say it's a great one for elementary, middle, and high school as well. I don't have the music in my video for copyright reasons, but I use a song called I'm From the Country by Tracy Byrd, and the link to that song is in the description below. So to start off the Texas Stomp, I'm From the Country from Tracy Byrd, you are going to start with your right leg. Now you always got to remember to start with your right in this song because it's going to have your weight shifting in different ways. So it's really important that on this dance you're starting with the right side of your body. So my cues for students are as follows. We're going to start with a walk. So we're going right, left, right, kick, and then with the same leg we're going back, 2, 3, stomp. So if we start with our right leg, our kick will be with our left, our stomp will be with our right. With younger students, I don't get too fussed on the right and left, but it will make them more efficient in this dance if they start with their right, because their weight will be in the right place for the coming movements. Now, one thing I probably should have mentioned at the start is, just like in the Virginia Reel, in the Texas Stomp, you're going to start directly across from a partner. And this is the easiest way to set it up. So you're not actually doing really anything directly with that partner. It's more of a full group dance. But having your students stand across from one another and then simply having one line shift one step to their right or one step to their left is going to get you set up for this dance, because that's going to create an alley between all the students that dancers are going to travel through. So in this case, if I had a partner, they would actually be standing there and there, or I guess it wouldn't be partners, it would be the opposite people I'm doing the dance with, the whole group. So when I move forward, they move beside me. So I'd be kicking this way, they'd be kicking that way, their backs to you. And our lines are going to be moving towards each other and away from each other and side to side. And it looks super cool when you get all of your students on the right time doing this together. Now, picking up from the stomp. Again, we're always starting with our right side. We're going to do 2 shuffles to the right. So with my students, I say shuffle right, shuffle right, shuffle left, shuffle left. Or if you can't say that fast enough, because the music's pretty quick, just say right, right, left, left. Throwing that all together, it's right, left, right, kick, back, 2, 3, stomp, right, right, left, left. Now at this part, obviously rights and lefts become important because your group should be doing the opposite of one another. So again, this is a good time to help students learn about right and left, you know. What hand do you throw a ball with? Right hand do you write a pen with a pen? What hand do you wear a watch on? Which one looks like an L, right? Just different little tricks to help students learn an important life skill as well. And of course, for the dance, it's important because you want your groups moving opposite one another, because if they don't, then your alleys are going to get mixed up and you're going to have students kind of bumping into each other, and we don't want that happening. Now after our shuffles, so we do 2 shuffles right, 2 shuffles left, I tell students we're going to do what's called the plus sign. In my experience, it works well when you tell them this plus sign because they can picture it in their head. And we're going to draw this plus sign with our feet. So I'm going step together right, step together left, step together forward, step together back. And when they're doing that, they can be dipping their shoulder, right? Getting a little bit of enthusiasm into it. Obviously, that's something I'm going to encourage throughout all of the dances, but at the start, it's going to be harder for them to kind of feel loose and energetic because they're just learning. As you can, add in that energy and add in that own personal creativity and style, as it makes the dance a lot more fun and enjoyable. Now, when you're doing the plus sign, you're going to add claps as your feet come together. So it's going to be right, clap, left, clap, forward, clap, back, clap. Piecing that all together, I'm going right, left, right, kick, back, 2, 3, stomp, right, right, left, left, right, clap, left, clap, forward, clap, back, clap. Okay, we're almost done the dance. This last part's the most fun, but it's also the hardest part. I kind of call it a shuffle step. I don't know the official name of it, I guess, but here's how I teach it to students. We're starting with our right leg as always. I tell them we're going step together, step, scuff, and as they scuff, they're going to turn, so their left shoulder is now leading, and they plant that step together, step, scuff, and turn. And they're going to turn completely around, okay? So I'll show you that one more time. So I tell students either shuffle right, shuffle left, or when I'm first teaching them, I say step together, step, scuff, step together, step, scuff, turn. And when they finish that, your lines are going to switch spots, okay? So if I was on this line and my group was on this line and we're dancing with the group across from us, I'm going to end up there facing this way, and they're going to end up here facing the camera. So one more time in real speed, it would be step together, step, scuff, step together, step, scuff, turn. As I finish that turn, the dance then starts over. So I'm scuffing, turning, and my right foot is already ready to go for that first right step. Right, left, right, kick, back, 2, 3, stomp. Now once your students get that shuffle step down and they're passing through the alley to the opposite line, I like to add in a little bit there because it's a fun part of the song. So what I try and have students do is, as they do the first shuffle and as the first scuff comes, they're actually going to high five both of the people that are coming the opposite direction. So again, if you get the timing of this down, you're going to have your whole class high-fiving at the same time, which is really, really cool. So it would be like step together, step, scuff, high five, step together, scuff, turn. I a lot of the time have students give a yeehaw or something, yeehaw, as they come through. So it's step together, step, yeehaw, step together, step, turn. Okay, and having them do that just gets them loose, having a lot of fun, and enjoying the song a little bit more. Now, as I mentioned before at the start of the video, keep in mind that these can be modified easily to remove the touch component if you're not comfortable having students do that. All right, so that's the Texas Stomp, and here comes a little preview of what that dance would look like. All right, everybody, so that about does it for our social dances today. Now, if you enjoyed these line dances and social dances and you'd like some more, make sure you check out Let's Line Dance with Cheryl on YouTube. This is a channel that's run by my good friend Cheryl, who taught me a whole bunch of these dances that I now get to teach with my students. I hope you see the value in these and you could use these in your context, whatever that may be. If you enjoyed my content, please don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, sign up for weekly notifications, share, and like away. But for now, this is Mr. Pratt signing off for our social dances. Yeehaw!